Hello, how are you everyone? And welcome back to another episode of ArcheAge 3.0. A little bit late and with a different character on a different server, but I will get into that in a little bit. Halt! Ramstein is investigating one of the heretic's inventions. On orders from the Sage of Silver, none are allowed entrance at this time. So while I'm doing this, might as well get into it. It took me a whole week to actually log in to the Fresh Start server, mostly because I'm not a patron. And then when I finally recorded, I accidentally forgot to turn on the commentary, so that was a wash. So after that happened, I got sick. The holidays were around and I got sick. And you might still be able to hear it right now. Wait, you're Brunhilde, aren't you? I heard one of the Clockwork Factory students talking about you. The dwarf with no memory who just happened to have an original signed by the famous Mikaela Ynga. These priests won't tell you anything. They're convinced Ynga was heretic. If you want answers, you should talk to Colvin outside the temple. He's been studying Ynga's work for years. I'm sure he'd love to speak with you. So if I sound a little raspy, or it's because I have a cold or something, I have no idea. Cleanliness and order are the foundations of proper planning. The timeless God shows us the path to prosperity in even the simplest daily tasks. Of course. Play that lute. Ah, what a lovely song. Shatigon himself would be pleased. Betty would be pleased. So, hopefully... A fine bell. We could use more respectful visitors around here. Hopefully I can get into the Fresh Start server a little bit earlier than last time. I might have to be a patron to actually do it. Oh, I'm gonna talk to Priest Ernst. See, I knew you'd win them over. You are welcome at this temple anytime, Brunhilde. May Shatigon guide you on your travels. Fortunately, I can't really budget patron status right now, since I will be losing my job in 3 months. So until I get a new job, that is just not on the cards. Look at them. The Astros were once our greatest enemies during the Great Wars on Aurora. Now they hide in their pathetic caves, stealing the scraps we dwarves leave behind. Abandoned by their god, living as thieves and beggars. Most of them can't even fly anymore, but no better than animals at this point. Is this the man who's going to help me? I'm not sure this is a good idea. Sorry, lost in a bit of ancient history there, and racism. You're the mystery dwarf, yes? Woke up in the mountains with no memory, but was somehow able to fix one of Ynga's old generators? I've got quite a few questions for you. I'd rather not speak here, though. The priest can't be trusted. Will you meet me at my lab down the southern road? I'll be there shortly after I finish my business here. Alright. During that time, when I was able to log in, I got more acquainted with the controls and found out that I could sprint. Which is a good thing. It's always a good thing. She was sneaking through Groven's things! A thief! Wait, don't call the guards! I swear I'm not here to steal anything! That's quite a statement coming from someone who had her hands on Coven's locker when I walked in. Please, you have to believe me. My name is Yelena. I'm from the reindeer tribe up in Iron Rock. I came down here following rumors of cruelty to Aster prisoners. Colvin is insane. If you met him, you know how much he hates the Astras. He's got one locked up in his warehouse, and he's performing all manner of disgusting experiments on it. That's why I'm in here. I'm looking for the key to Colvin's warehouse, and something I can use to knock out his guard golem while I help the Astra escape. Please, you can't think this is right. Not even the Astra deserves to be subject to Colvin's tortures. Alright, you've somehow convinced me. I did speak to Colvin and he wasn't right in the head. I'll be finding the key to the warehouse and see if I can scrounge up a device to disable the golem. I'm easily convinced. Ooh, I found that warehouse key. Think. That's everything we need. Let's go free that Astra. Oh gods, what have I gotten myself into? You can use that electroshocker on the iron golem outside Colvin's warehouse. I'll get the door open and free the Astra. Let's go! Aight, let's go. Hi there, buddy. What was I supposed to do? Oh. Do.
Well done! Now hurry! I think we can still save that Astra.
I don't understand. You're releasing me?
I never looked at Astra the same way after you saved me.
It burns my tongue to thank you after what your people have done to mine.
Sorry?
But maybe someday things will change.
You forgot your feather, Mr. Astra. Thank you. I'm not sure I wouldn't have been able to free him without your help. You two sounded like you met before. Like it wasn't obvious. When I was a child, I became lost in the mountains. I should have frozen to death. Anagar found me and saved my life, even though I was a dwarf. In spite of everything our people have done to his, I owe him. Colvin and his friends have a lot of influence here in Aubrey Cradle. Cradle. I should head back to Iron Rock before anyone gets suspicious. I'm sorry if you've ruined your chance to learn more about Ynga and his lab, but trust me, you don't want to owe Colvin even the smallest favor. I'll tell you what, go to Iron Rod Village and find my grandmother, Maya. She was a little girl around the time Ynga disappeared, but she might still remember something. If you tell her that you helped me here today, I'm sure she'll do her best to help you in return. It's the least I can do. Okay. Did I not put, oh. That is weird. I'm wondering if I got cloth uppers. My granddaughter's mischief still hangs around you like a cloud. What trouble have you been getting up to with my little Yelena, So she freed the Astra, did she? An honorable thing to do, if rather foolish. The winged ones have no love for dwarves these days. And you look a little lost. What can old Maya do for you, I'm on a mission of sorts. At least I think I am. It's complicated. Yelena said you lived here when Mikaela Ynga was still alive. Do you remember anything about him? Any clues to what he was working on? Or where his secret lab might be hidden? Old man Ynga, of course. Everyone was so heartbroken when that machine he was building exploded. He never even found a body. The wreckage is still there, though. You could poke around, I suppose. Maybe you'll find something useful. Burned out wreck? Not an ideal place to search for clues, but it's the only lead I've got. I'd better go investigate. Alright. Investigate the strange wreckage. What is this wreckage right here? Oh. Pick up shiny object. What was that light? Did you find something in the wreckage? I guess I did. Whoop. What have you got there, Oh my. I'd cover that up if I were you. Unless I miss my guess, that telescope belongs to the Temple of Shatigon. What in the world did Ynga want that for? But if you've seen the wreckage, you should take a look at Ynga's old house next. Fortunately, it's currently occupied by a Manuian noble. The boy's absolutely obsessed with Ynga and his work. What would a Nuian want with Ynga's inventions? Oh, who knows what Nuians are thinking. Not enough blood gets up to their heads, in my opinion. Just keep your wits above you is all. Now, anyway, I don't remember where the house is exactly. You'll have to ask people in town for directions as you go. Off you go now, stranger. It's time for my nap. Good luck on your adventures. Ooh, I earned a skill point. What did I take on my other character? Oh, whoop, I already have this. I don't know. I honestly don't know. If anybody plays a cleric, put it in the comments on what I should actually take. Because I have no idea. Did I take this yet? When do I actually get to heal people? I don't know. Let's do that one. Alright. The Nuian doll house? Oh, you must mean Baron Mesred. He's very nice whenever I see him around town. Not sure where the house is though, sorry. Just follow those stairs down, I'm sure you'll find it eventually. Okay. New in town, eh? Yeah, I've seen the Baron about. He's always asking people about that kooky old inventor, Dr. Ynga. If you're looking for his house, head down those stairs and under the tracks. Can't miss it. Whee! Dr. Ynga? I remember the old man. Went crazy trying to build that last machine of his, didn't he? Shame about what happened to him. There's his house over there, if you want to have a look. What's this loading period? Character level. Failed to meet the voter requirements. Oh. Voter requirements 30 level. Character 200 plus. Okay. Alas. It's not me. What? Who are you? Why did you come into my house? Are you Baron Mesred? Yes. Now, are you here for a reason, or did you just come to gawk at someone more than 4 feet tall? My name is Brunhilde. I've recently lost my memory, and I don't know why. But I know it has something to do with Mikaela Ynga's work, so I'm trying to find his laboratory so I can figure out what happened to me. Ugh. Wait, I know you. You're the dwarf who had the Ynga schematics. The whole Clockwork Factory was abuzz about you. But you lost your memory, you say? How interesting. I turned this upside down, and I haven't found a single clue to the location of Ynga's lab. Tried up at the temple, too, but they're no help either. That's right, Professor Spellman said that priests were seizing every scrap of Ynga's work that they could get their hands on, but about something they don't know about. Actually, they haven't seized everything. I found this glowing telescope at the wreckage where Ynga died. I just happily share this information with anybody. What? That's amazing. I wonder what it was used for, and how could the telescope possibly survive the explosion unscathed? Excuse me, I am High Priest Ynga from the Temple of Shatigon. My apologies for eavesdropping, but I believe I could answer that. Don't worry, I won't report you to the temple. My colleagues and I have very different views on the nature of Mikaela Ynga's work. I have been investigating the strange case of Dr. Ynga for some time now, and as shocking as it may seem, I believe we may have been building a machine to travel through time. Many of our holy scriptures speak of Shatigon's ability to transcend time. I suspect that Dr. Ynga was working on an invention to replicate that power, and using that telescope he found as a focus. A telescope? Why would that help? If I'm right, this is no ordinary artifact. Here, take this inscribed cogwheel and hold it close to the telescope. Then we'll see if my theory is correct. Think. The telescope and the cogwheel are glowing. What's happening? I knew it. You haven't lost your memory. You're just holding on us. These lights mean... what exactly do these lights mean? The gear and the telescope are both relics of Shatigon. The telescope was stolen from our temple nearly 100 years ago. And now we'd finally know why. Ynga was trying to use it to replicate Shatigon's power, to build a time machine. I promise I know nothing about this. All I know is I'm supposed to find Ynga's laboratory. With any luck, whatever I discover there will also help me get my memories back. Actually, I have an idea about that. That is, if you don't mind a few possible side effects. Have you considered trying Feydrug? Feydrug? What's that? It's a magical plant that grows in Giant's Tear River. Said eating a Feydrug grants you a vision of what you desire most, but it's fairy magic. Unpredictable, dangerous. Those who eat the Feydrug are never quite the same. I woke up in the middle of the mountains with no memories, and I'm hearing mysterious voices. I think a little fairy magic would be the least of my problems. I'll do it. Time to get drunk on fairies. Oh there, are you heading down past the stables? If so, could you do me a quick favor and deliver this boar shoat to Dania, the stable hand? I injured my back in the mines, and I'm still not up to heavy lifting. Okay. It's that shoat Hartson promised me. He looks so happy. You sure have a way with animals, stranger. Have you considered raising a boar of your own? If you want to raise a boar, you'll need to feed the shoat a Vita root to magically speed up its growth. Plant the Vita seed I gave you anywhere in the stable and harvest the Vita root when it matures. It takes a little labor to harvest the Vita seeds, but it's worth it. And don't worry if you ever run out, you can buy more seeds from any decent stable hand in Nuya. Blah, blah, blah. Boop. This is more than enough. Alright, shall we raise a boar? Just pick any of these cute little shoats and I'll show you how to make it grow into a big battle boar. I forgot what color I chose on the main character. I think it was white? I don't remember. Place your chosen shoat on the ground in the stable and feed it the Vita root you grew. After you feed it the root, you'll need the router. You'll need to keep it active by playing with it to prevent indigestion. Fetch water from the well when your young boar gets thirsty. Wash it to remove its youthful coat as it grows, and play with it to form a close bond while its mind develops. Once it's all grown up, bring it back to me so I can see. Okay. Sounds good. Let's get the water right away. Achievements! Bam. Okay. It's fine, right? Yep. Amuse, baby. Feed, baby. Wait for baby. Continue to wait for baby. Give water to baby. Look, it's so cute. Wash baby. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dance for baby. Oh yeah. Whoa.
Right.
The baby doesn't look very cute anymore. Oh, well done. You do seem to have a close bond already. Here, take these gifts to keep your new healthy and happy during your travels. May the spores serve you well on many adventures to come. Thank you. Where are you? Hello, are you interested in building a house of your own? Before you answer, take a tour of one of these beautiful model homes. Go on, indulge a little. Let yourself get jealous at all the homes that you can't actually have. Oh, this is pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't think I'll ever be able to get a home myself, even if I did get patron status, but we'll see. You know, dreams can always come true. You never know. See, these new designs are extra spacious for us dwarves, so they're a bargain at the same price. If you're ever interested in building one for yourself, be sure to visit Mirage Oil and buy yourself a design, okay? Alright. Thanks for the tour. Alright. Time to take a hallucinogen. Maybe? No? Let's start something else then. There we go.
You noticed Ynga lately? He was so cheerful when he moved here. Now he's so quiet. It's not natural.
He's not quiet when he's drunk. Raves about a woman, a kid, a family. Then storms off to brood at the waterfalls.
Wait, a family? He's a bachelor. He lives alone, works alone. I've never seen him with a woman or kid.
Maybe they're imaginary, I don't know. All I know is he won't shut up about them when he's drunk.
Hey, you! These boulders won't mind themselves.
Okay, let's go.
The plot thickens. Alright, in order to save my voice, I think I will leave it here for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did and want to see more, find that red subscribe button somewhere on this page. You'll be notified when future videos arrive. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. I won't be forced yet. Or will I? I might not. Who knows? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you have a great day. and I hope you have a splendid new year. I hope to see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.